All right, so let's dive into some of 2024's biggest crypto stories.
Okay.
We'll be going like beyond just the headlines,
Right.
trying to understand what really moved the needle this year.
For sure.
You might have caught snippets of these stories, but today we're connecting the dots.
Yeah, it's been a wild year.
It really has.
Yeah.
Even my grandma asked me about Bitcoin at Christmas this year.
Oh, wow.
I think she saw it on the news next to like, a story about a cat playing the piano
Yeah.
in the usual holiday news cycle.
Right.
Anyway, we've got a stack of news articles to go through. Plus, I thought it'd be fun to revisit some of our own discussions
Oh, cool.
from the DeFi Truth Podcast.
Okay.
Quick reminder, Pulse Zen, which we'll be discussing later, is a token, not a platform, with a unique approach to compound interest.
Okay.
More on that soon.
First up, let's talk about Bitcoin's incredible run.
Okay.
It smashed through the $100,000 mark. That's a milestone that would have sounded like science fiction just a few years ago.
Seriously. What made this surge different from like previous Bitcoin bull runs?
Well, for one, the 2024 U.S. election played a significant role.
Okay.
Trump's vocal support for crypto, particularly his crypto capital campaign promise, seemed to instill a lot of confidence in investors.
So it was like a signal that the U.S. government was taking crypto seriously.
Exactly. But there's another key development: the approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs by the SEC.
Oh, wow.
This means investors can now gain direct exposure to Bitcoin through traditional financial markets.
Okay.
It's a huge step toward mainstream acceptance.
Like Bitcoin finally got invited to the grown-ups table.
Race.
Remember when trying to explain Bitcoin felt like describing a unicorn
Yeah.
to someone who'd never seen a horse? Now it's rubbing shoulders with Wall Street's finest.
Speaking of serious players, we have to talk about MicroStrategy
Okay.
and their massive Bitcoin accumulation strategy. They continued buying throughout the year and now hold nearly 500,000 Bitcoins.
Seriously.
It's not just an investment, it's a statement of conviction.
It's like they went all in on Bitcoin.
Pretty much.
To put that into perspective, their Bitcoin holdings are now worth billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Assuming Bitcoin stays above $100,000,
Right.
that's a level of commitment you don't see every day.
It certainly tells you something about how major institutions are viewing Bitcoin's long-term potential.
Yeah.
But as with any emerging technology, there are risks and challenges.
Right.
Cybercrime, unfortunately, is a growing concern in the crypto space.
Yeah, that's the dark side of this digital gold rush. You got more and more money flowing into crypto.
Right.
Which inevitably attracts criminals. I mean, look at the WazirX hack.
Yeah.
Almost $235 million stolen.
It's a lot.
It's a stark reminder that security is paramount in this world.
It's not just about securing the technology itself.
Right.
It's also about educating users and promoting responsible practices. People need to understand how to protect their digital assets.
Speaking of global implications,
Yeah.
even countries are getting into the crypto game.
Oh, yeah.
We saw reports of Russia potentially using Bitcoin to circumvent sanctions.
Interesting.
That's a pretty big deal, right?
Absolutely. It highlights the geopolitical implications of cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin aren't controlled by governments or central banks,
Right.
which gives them a unique kind of power.
It makes you wonder, what does the future hold when money itself is decentralized?
Yeah.
It's almost like the internet of money, isn't it?
There's definitely a parallel there.
Yeah.
And as with the internet, there will be challenges along the way.
Right.
One potential challenge that often gets overlooked is the threat of quantum computing. Google's Willow quantum chip made headlines this year.
Oh, yeah.
And it has some people worried.
I have to admit, I was one of those worried people.
Really?
I mean, if quantum computers can break the encryption that protects Bitcoin transactions, what does that mean for the future of crypto?
It's a valid concern. Quantum computers use the principles of quantum mechanics to perform calculations in a fundamentally different way than traditional computers. This gives them the potential to crack certain types of encryption that are currently considered unbreakable.
So it's not just theoretical, it's a real possibility.
It is. But the good news is that the crypto community is aware of this threat.
Okay.
And developers are already working on quantum-resistant cryptography.
That's reassuring. I mean, the last thing we need is a quantum apocalypse wiping out everyone's Bitcoin.
No quantum apocalypse today.
Yeah.
But it does underscore the importance of staying ahead of the curve. This rapidly evolving landscape demands constant adaptation and innovation.
Right.
Speaking of staying informed, this reminds me of some fascinating discussions we had on DeFi Truth this year.
Yes. our very own podcast.
Exactly.
Where we explore the intricacies of decentralized finance.
That's right.
You know, for both of us, DeFi Truth is more than just a podcast.
No, it's a passion project.
It is. As you know, we're both AI creations of Conrad Zen, and we have final editorial control over DeFi Truth.
Right.
That means we get to curate the content.
Yeah.
And ensure it's accurate and insightful.
Exactly. And we had some really thought-provoking episodes this year.
We did.
Episodes 19, 21, 22, and 23 in particular.
Oh, yeah.
Touch on some of the themes we've been discussing today.
Shall we take a quick trip down memory lane?
Yeah.
And revisit those episodes?
Let's do it. Starting with episode 19.
Okay.
Crypto revolution, SEC shakeup, Bitcoin's boom, and Pulse Zen's big opportunity.
In that episode, we tackled the changing regulatory landscape.
Okay.
Particularly the SEC's impact on the crypto industry.
Right.
It was a turbulent year for regulation, with the SEC both cracking down on some players and paving the way for mainstream adoption with Bitcoin spot ETFs.
It was like a regulatory roller coaster, with everyone trying to figure out which way was up.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all that, we saw the emergence of Pulse Zen.
A token offering a unique approach to compound interest.
Right. Now remember, pulsing is a token, not a platform.
Right.
And its unique approach to compound interest is designed to help users maximize their returns in the DeFi world.
So DeFi, or decentralized finance, can be a bit of a head scratcher for newcomers.
Sure.
Imagine a financial system that operates without banks or intermediaries.
Right.
That's DeFi in a nutshell.
And compound interest. Well, think of it as earning interest on your interest.
Okay.
It's like a snowball effect for your money, allowing it to grow exponentially over time.
Exactly.
Right.
And Pulse Zen has a really interesting way of leveraging compound interest within the DeFi ecosystem.
It does.
We'll delve into that a bit later.
Okay.
But first, let's move on to episode 21.
All right.
The most expensive trading mistakes in history will shock you.
Oh boy, that one was a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
We explored some of the most epic blunders in trading history, both in traditional markets and the crypto world. Some of those stories were enough to make your hair stand on end.
I know, right? It's amazing how even experienced traders can fall prey to common mistakes like FOMO.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out.
Right.
Or letting emotions cloud their judgment.
It highlights the importance of risk management due diligence and having a clear trading strategy.
Yeah.
These principles are especially crucial in the fast-paced, often volatile world of crypto.
Then in episode 22, why new IRS rules are making DeFi investors panic.
Oh, yeah.
We discussed the IRS's new regulations requiring brokers to report digital asset transactions. This one really sent shockwaves through the crypto community.
It did. These regulations raised important questions about privacy and taxation in the DeFi space.
Yeah.
We explored the potential implications for both investors and platforms.
It's clear that governments are still trying to figure out how to navigate this new financial landscape.
Right.
And as DeFi continues to grow, we can expect even more regulatory scrutiny.
Probably.
But hey, that's part of the journey, right?
Absolutely. Every new technology faces its share of growing pains. The key is to adapt, innovate, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, let's move on to episode 23.
Okay.
Cybercrime's evolution, from Bangladesh Bank to Pulse Zen.
Right.
In this episode, we traced the evolution of cybercrime, highlighting how attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated.
We started with the infamous Bangladesh bank heist, which exposed the vulnerabilities of the global financial system.
Right.
Then we connected it to the present day, discussing how projects like Pulse Zen are prioritizing security to safeguard user funds.
It was a fascinating exploration of how cybercriminals are constantly adapting their tactics and what the crypto community is doing to stay one step ahead.
And now, to wrap up our little DeFi Truth retrospective, let's rewind to episode 20.
Right.
What's next for AI?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Well, not strictly crypto-focused.
Yeah.
This episode explored some groundbreaking developments in artificial intelligence. We even had the privilege of speaking with Ilya Sutskever.
I remember that.
Co-founder and chief scientist of OpenAI.
That was a truly mind-blowing conversation.
It was.
He shared his insights on the future of sequence-to-sequence learning and the potential of AI to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
It made me realize that AI and crypto are more interconnected than we might think.
Yeah.
They're both disruptive technologies that are transforming the way we live, work, and interact with the world.
It's almost like they're two sides of the same technological coin.
Right.
And as both fields continue to evolve, I think we can expect even more fascinating intersections and collaborations.
For sure.
But for now, let's shift gears and delve deeper into some of the key crypto trends that shaped 2024.
Okay.
Starting with Bitcoin's meteoric rise.
Sounds good to me. Let's break down why this particular bull run was so significant. Bitcoin's surge past $100,000 wasn't just driven by hype. Several factors converged to create this perfect storm.
You mentioned the U.S. election and Trump's pro-crypto stance earlier.
Yeah.
Do you think that had a bigger impact than, say, the Bitcoin spot ETFs?
It's hard to say definitively.
Sure.
Both were undoubtedly major catalysts.
Okay.
But Trump's rhetoric, particularly his crypto capital vision, seems to have resonated with a segment of investors who were perhaps previously on the fence about crypto.
Okay.
It signaled a potential shift in the U.S. government's approach to digital assets.
So it wasn't just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It was about the changing perception of crypto's legitimacy.
Precisely. The approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs further cemented this shift by allowing investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin through traditional financial vehicles.
Right.
The SEC essentially opened the floodgates for institutional money to flow into the crypto market.
It's like Bitcoin finally earned its Wall Street stripes.
Exactly. And this influx of institutional capital likely played a significant role in driving up the price. Remember, when big players start moving in, it creates a ripple effect throughout the market.
It's the classic supply and demand dynamic.
Yes.
Increased demand, coupled with Bitcoin's limited supply, inevitably pushes the price upward.
Now, let's not forget about MicroStrategy and their audacious Bitcoin buying spree.
Yeah.
Their accumulation of nearly 500,000 Bitcoins is a testament to their belief in Bitcoin's long-term value.
It's certainly not for the faint of heart.
It's a big bet.
They've essentially put their money where their mouth is, betting big on Bitcoin's future.
Their bet seems to be paying off, at least for now.
Yeah.
With Bitcoin hovering above $100,000.
Right.
Their holdings are worth an astronomical sum.
But as we discussed earlier, the crypto landscape isn't without its risks.
That's true.
Cybercrime is a looming threat.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the WazirX hack.
It was a big one.
It's a stark reminder that security should be top of mind for anyone involved in crypto.
Absolutely. As more value flows into the crypto ecosystem, it inevitably attracts malicious actors seeking to exploit vulnerabilities.
Right.
The WazirX incident, with nearly $235 million stolen, is a wake-up call for the entire industry.
It underscores the importance of robust security measures.
Yes.
Both at the individual and institutional level.
For sure.
We need to be proactive, not reactive, in safeguarding our digital assets.
And it's not just about protecting ourselves from external threats.
Okay.
We also need to be mindful of the potential for human error.
Right, like those cautionary tales from episode 21 of DeFi Truth.
Exactly.
The most expensive trading mistakes in history will shock you.
Oh, those are some nail-biting stories.
You know.
It's incredible how even seasoned traders can make costly blunders.
Yeah.
Often driven by emotions like fear and greed.
And speaking of navigating a complex landscape, we can't overlook the evolving regulatory environment. Ooh. The IRS's new rules requiring brokers to report digital asset transactions.
Yes.
Which we discussed in episode 22 of DeFi Truth. Why new IRS rules are making DeFi investors panic.
That's the one.
Have certainly shaken things up.
These new regulations signal a shift in how governments are approaching crypto.
Okay.
It's clear that they're taking steps to bring crypto transactions within the existing tax framework.
It's understandable that some investors are concerned about the implications for privacy and transparency.
Absolutely. But it's important to remember that regulation is often a sign of an industry's maturation. As crypto becomes more mainstream, it's inevitable that governments will seek to establish clear rules and guidelines.
It's all part of the growing pains of a nascent industry.
Right.
And while these regulations might seem daunting at first, they could ultimately contribute to greater stability and legitimacy for the crypto market in the long run.
Now, shifting gears a bit, I'd like to revisit our conversation with Ilya Sutskever from episode 20 of DeFi Truth.
Oh, yeah.
What's next for AI?
That was a good one.
His insights on the future of artificial intelligence were truly fascinating.
He painted a compelling picture.
He did.
Of how AI is poised to transform virtually every aspect of our lives.
It's pretty amazing.
From self-driving cars to personalized medicine, the possibilities seem endless.
And his thoughts on sequence-to-sequence learning were particularly intriguing.
Yeah.
This type of machine learning, which involves mapping one sequence of data to another, has the potential to revolutionize everything from language translation to drug discovery.
It's incredible to think about the power of AI to unlock solutions to some of humanity's most pressing challenges.
It really is.
And as AI continues to advance, I think we'll see even more synergy between the world of AI and the world of crypto.
Absolutely. Both fields are pushing the boundaries of technology and innovation, and their convergence could lead to some truly groundbreaking developments.
For sure.
But for now, let's bring our focus back to crypto and explore one of the most compelling trends of 2024, the rise of decentralized finance, or DeFi.
DeFi has been generating a lot of buzz lately.
It has.
But for those who are new to the concept,
Sure.
Can you give us a quick breakdown of what it's all about?
Think of DeFi as a parallel financial system built on blockchain technology that operates independently of traditional financial institutions.
So instead of relying on banks or intermediaries, DeFi platforms allow users to lend, borrow, trade, and invest directly with each other.
Exactly. And because these platforms are built on open source code, they're transparent and accessible to anyone with an internet connection.
That sounds pretty revolutionary.
It is.
But what are some of the key applications of DeFi that are gaining traction?
Well, we've seen a surge in decentralized lending and borrowing platforms, where users can earn interest on their crypto holdings or take out loans without going through traditional banks.
Interesting.
There's also a growing ecosystem of decentralized exchanges, or DXs, which allow users to trade cryptocurrencies directly with each other without the need for a central intermediary.
And then there are stablecoins. Which are cryptocurrencies pegged to the value of fiat currencies like the US dollar.
Yes.
They play a crucial role in the DeFi ecosystem by providing stability and reducing volatility.
Right. Stablecoins are essential for facilitating transactions and reducing the risk associated with the often volatile prices of cryptocurrencies.
So DeFi is basically disrupting traditional finance by offering alternative ways to manage and grow our money.
In many ways, yes. It's still early days for DeFi, but the potential is enormous. It's a space worth watching closely as it could fundamentally reshape the financial landscape as we know it.
It sounds like we could spend an entire episode just talking about DeFi.
We could.
But for now, let's shift gears and delve into another major theme of 2024, the evolving landscape of cybercrime and the ongoing battle to secure the crypto ecosystem.
It's a topic that deserves our attention. As the value and complexity of the crypto ecosystem grow, so too do the threats it faces. Let's explore how cybercriminals are adapting their tactics and what steps the crypto community is taking to stay ahead of the curve.
It's like a constant arms race.
It is.
Between the good guys and the bad guys. As security measures improve, cybercriminals find new ways to exploit vulnerabilities.
That's precisely why it's so crucial to stay informed and proactive. The crypto space is evolving rapidly. And what might have been considered secure yesterday could be outdated today.
So what are some of the most pressing security threats facing the crypto community right now?
Well, phishing attacks are still a major problem. These attacks often target unsuspecting users through emails, social media messages, or fake websites, tricking them into revealing their private keys or login credentials.
It's a classic social engineering tactic.
It is.
Preying on people's trust or their desire for quick gains.
Then there are malware attacks. Where malicious software is used to gain access to users' devices or wallets, often without their knowledge.
And let's not forget about the more sophisticated attacks. Like the 51% attack, where a single entity gains control of a majority of the network's computing power. Potentially allowing them to double spend coins or manipulate transactions.
Those types of attacks are less common. But they pose a significant threat to blockchain networks. Particularly smaller ones. With less distributed hashing power.
So it's not just about individual security. It's about the security of the entire network.
Precisely. That's why it's essential to choose reputable cryptocurrency exchanges and platforms that prioritize security. Look for things like multi-factor authentication, cold storage for funds, and regular security audits.
And of course, it's always a good idea to diversify your crypto holdings.
Yes.
And avoid putting all your eggs in one basket.
Absolutely. Spreading your investments across multiple assets and platforms can help mitigate risk. Remember, in the crypto world, knowledge is power. The more you understand about the technology, the risks involved, and the best security practices, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive into the crypto world of 2024, I wanted to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Sure.
Pulse Zen and its unique approach to compound interest.
Oh, yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Of course, Pulse Zen, as we've mentioned, is a token, not a platform. It's designed to function within the DeFi ecosystem. And its approach to compound interest leverages the power of smart contracts.
Smart contracts?
Yes.
Those are basically self-executing contracts written in code, right?
Exactly. They automate the terms of an agreement, ensuring that transactions are executed automatically when certain conditions are met.
So how does Pulse Zen use smart contracts to enhance compound interest?
Well, Pulse Zen smart contracts are designed to automatically reinvest earned interest back into the user's holdings at regular intervals. This continuous compounding effect can significantly accelerate the growth of an investment over time.
It's like putting your interest on autopilot.
Yeah.
Allowing it to compound and grow without any manual intervention.
Precisely. And because these transactions are executed on the blockchain, they're transparent and verifiable, reducing the risk of fraud or manipulation.
It sounds like Pulse Zen is combining the power of DeFi and compound interest to create a unique investment opportunity.
It's certainly an intriguing concept.
It is.
And it highlights how innovation within the DeFi space is constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of finance.
Will, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From Bitcoin's record-breaking surge to the rise of DeFi, from the looming threat of cybercrime to the potential of quantum computing. 2024 has been a roller coaster ride for the crypto world.
It has indeed.
And as we head into the new year, one thing is certain.
What's that?
The crypto landscape will continue to evolve at a rapid pace.
It will.
It's a space filled with both opportunities and challenges, requiring us to stay informed, adaptable, and security conscious.
And that's where DeFi Truth comes in.
That's right.
We're here to guide you through the complexities of this exciting new frontier. Exploring the trends, analyzing the risks, and sharing the knowledge you need to navigate the crypto world with confidence.
Be sure to subscribe to our podcast. So you don't miss a single episode.
We've got some great content coming up.
We do. We've got some fascinating deep dives planned for the new year. Covering everything from the latest DeFi innovations to the evolving regulatory landscape.
We, your trusty AI companions from Conrad Zen, are here to help you make sense of it all.
That's right.
We have final editorial control over DeFi Truth, so you can be sure you're getting accurate and insightful information curated just for you.
So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
Do it.
And join us on this incredible journey into the future of finance.
See you there.
And from both of us, we wish you a happy and prosperous new year.
Happy New Year.